Ronaldo Bennett.
Ronaldo Bennett, he's our PM. Joe, he's our maintenance manager. And the rest of you know who's on the board. This is your meeting, not ours. We're here to hear from you. And unless anybody at the table has something to say, it's open.
Oh, okay. Can I be first?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, no.
Okay, well, I went through this folder before.
Name and address.
Okay. Claudia Bender, I'm an owner over in Cape Cod Circle, 340B. I went through this folder before at a CCO meeting, and some of the board members were here, and still nothing got done. I presented this work order over 3 years ago, if you can imagine that. And my mail gets wet when it rains. Here's an example. And this has been going on, I think, since Arnie's been president. So was that 8 years?
No, about 10.
7, 8, 10 years?
10 years.
I've been complaining about it. And the illegal parking every day in my court, and I complained to 2 board members the other day about it. And before these guys took over, I called the office and I said, there's illegal a parked car in my court. And you know what they said? Where's it parked? And I said, does it matter? Does it matter where it's parked? It's parked illegally. So I gave them the license plate and I said, are you mailing letters? And this girl basically told me, that's not my job, you know. And I don't know, I got one of these and I didn't even request it. And, okay, I guess that's it.
Good.
Thank you.
You don't trust anyone, May? You're taking your bag with you?
No, I want to show you.
She's got stuff in there to show.
I got stuff to show. I have, here, and I have. I don't have a problem with my
Who
mail.
are you?
May, who are
May
you?
Schwartz, Marlboro.
Yeah, pull that.
You're talking
If
to
anyone
the
doesn't
microphone.
know me, then they don't know
Don't
me.
adjust the mic.
My neighbor asked me to take in her mail. I went to the mailbox. The magazine was soaking wet. Today I put it in a rag in case it rains again. Both letters were soaked. This I dried in the oven, and this dried on its own. I have very simple questions. That's one thing. That's the number is 695, a mailbox. All right, now, today I was in the clubhouse. If I didn't have a sweater, I would have froze to death. Right now, it's very comfortable. But you keep the air conditioning on too low. There is nobody here, and there is no reason for the air conditioning to be 72. It should be at 374. And I could not get the lights on. I went into the room, the thing was not working. I tried the board here, it was not working. I don't know what the problem is with the lights. So I wish that somebody would leave the air conditioning on at 374. I mean, why are we paying for air conditioning when nobody's here? And the lights should be working. And whoever I asked didn't know how to put anything on. They didn't have a key to the thermostat. They didn't know how to put the lights on. That's all I have to say.
Does the mail-
Oh, another thing, very, very important. I noticed outside on the bench where people put books, the magazines, the Jewish Journal, the Observer, the Condo News, it's never thrown out. This afternoon, I took everything out of the outside rack, and I threw it in the paper in the yellow bin. Just now, I was there, I have a whole stack of papers on the table. Is it my job or somebody, whose job is it to put it in the bin? There's papers there a month old. A month old, Claudia saw them. When I leave, I will put them in the bin, but from now on, the only ones that are there now are the good ones.
Hector used to do
Somebody
it.
should put it outside.
Hector used to do it, right.
Hector used to do it, but there's nobody now to do it.
He'll come back.
And it's disgusting. The papers outside were yellow. It's a disgrace. Big one.
Dave Friedland.
Why are you talking in the?
I'm sorry, I'm
Talking into
talking
the
to
mic.
Dave Friedland, 866 Worcester Lane. First of all, I'd like to commend the board, George Klein, Bob Kleinberg, and the rest of the Indians. They're trying
say
their
that.
best.
The rest
You
of
can't
the
say
peeps.
that.
The rest of the peeps.
We're working with a team that is in transition. It's like when the government is in transition, you have the same issues. The magazines get wet only when it rains, right?
Well, of course.
Oh, okay. Pick them up faster.
I don't, no, that's not the answer.
I understand,
Do I
Dave.
know when the mail person's
I
coming?
understand what you're saying. That's an issue that has been going on here
Well, we need
when I
new
was
mailbox.
president.
Maybe we need new mailboxes.
We do. We do need new mailboxes. These mailboxes, when they were put in, are indoor mailboxes. They're not outdoor mailboxes.
Correct.
And we own
That's
them.
why you're having the problem.
Yeah, and we own them.
But I think you gotta just take it easy. Because by beating people over the head doesn't get anything done.
Yeah, they're just letting you know, that's all.
Well, I'm sure they're aware of it. Bob Klein is not a rookie at this. He's been around the block a few times. Linda has been on the board many times. Michael has been on the board many times. I'm sure, give them a chance. They are a fine, fine company, KW. They do $100 million a year. And they will get it straightened out, take my word for it. When Davina and I and Gary Moore researched the company, they are a top-notch
I'm
company.
not saying anything bad about
I'm
the
not
company.
blaming you and I'm not directing everything to you.
As a matter
I'm
of
just
fact,
directing it in general. Give them a chance. They will get straightened out. The hiring today is impossible. People don't want to work, and finally, the $300 a week stopped in
Good.
Florida.
Good.
Texas.
I'm glad you're so happy, baby.
I am happy. Maybe now people will get to work.
Maybe people will
There's
start
nothing
working.
for nothing. Right.
Unfortunately, what was, move on to a new chapter. I'm sure they'll get it straightened out and give them its support and criticism. They can take criticism, but do it in a nice
I want
way.
to tell you something. Every single man that I've met that's working around have been wonderful.
Yes, I understand
They're the nicest
that.
bunch of guys that I could imagine.
Unfortunately, the
And what
interview,
wonderful thing is they speak English.
unfortunately, they interview 100 people and 90 of them fail the drug test.
That's correct.
Okay? So, believe me, I was on the phone with Tim O'Shea, and I know what's going on. It's difficult. But give them the support. That's all I got to say.
Rita Lowenstein, Worcester Lane. 866, was 865, I'm sorry, I don't live with him, I live with the pools, those pumps are not working. There is no water coming in. That is a health hazard, especially for women. It should be shut down until those pumps are working. There is no water being circulated.
I thought they replaced-
I was told,
I thought they replaced the pumps.
I have no idea
It's
until
fine
when.
this morning,
Was there water being circulated?
was it?
There's plenty of water.
There's plenty of water, but the circulating pumps are not working.
There is in the lap pool, it's working fine in the lap pool, I can't speak for that one, but I know.
Well, it wasn't working the other day, and that is a terrible, terrible health
I was
hazard.
just in that one yesterday.
Don't drink the water.
No woman should go in the water if the pools aren't being circulated.
It's on the
They
toilet.
weren't Monday.
Maybe short periods of time, but never for an entire day, never even for one.
Well, I was told by the office that they haven't been working in a while.
This office?
Yes, this
One of the
office.
first things.
I would
I hope.
also, huh?
I hope. Yeah,
Whoever answered the phone,
I'll look into that, but they're definitely functional.
they're functional now? Great. I would also like to know how often that foliage and stuff from inside the courts is supposed to be picked up. The only time it's gotten picked up in my court was when I called the office. And then it's laid there for 3 and 4 days. So I don't know how often somebody is supposed to come in and pick it up.
Every day.
I know it's every day, I know what the contract
I,
says.
I saw them coming into our court today when I came home. If it was
When I was
about-
gone,
When you were gone, they came in, a man
'Cause
came
when I left,
with
they
a white
weren't
shirt
there.
on a golf cart, and he came and he was picking up crumbs. So.
First time in a week.
Our court, in my court today.
first time in a week.
They were in my court on Saturday.
They're supposed to be in
They
every
were in
day.
my court today.
Especially in this weather, those fronds are coming down left and right. We happen to have quite a few palm trees in.
Yeah.
One of the
in our
main
court.
issues with the pool,
Is that a KW responsibility or?
Yes, it is, to police the grounds, spelled
When
out
they
the
fall.
code. Huh?
That's- I'm asking Ronaldo and
It's
Joe.
maintenance, and it's maintenance.
It's KW.
the problem with the pools, the water level is too high.
Much too high. That one's okay, but it's filthy. Did you see the white?
They won't work unless the water level is at a certain,
That's
it's too
right,
high.
because the
That's
stuff
why
is
they're
gonna
not
work.
working, Joe.
I know.
And it's still.
It's filthy.
Well, with the rain, it's definitely.
Every time I
But it has been too hot. So you'll,
It has to
you'll
be
have the
drained.
maintenance look into that.
But if I go in that pool over the week, I can't go tomorrow.
Waiting for her to finish.
If I
All
go
right,
in that
got
pool, I was
the
told
pool.
this morning it wasn't working. I asked somebody.
Which pool is it? This one, right here? But the other one's
I
okay.
don't know, I haven't been in it.
Susan shall be.
Speak louder.
Susan shall 878 Worcester. My question is, who is in charge of taking care of the grass in the pool area? The weeds are this high. What?
Landscaping,
Do they know?
they do.
Because I spoke to somebody today,
Who'd you speak with?
Joe.
Joe Fred? That's Joe Fred. I'll follow up with them and make sure that happens going forward.
It looks like it has never been individual stuff there. Have you guys looked at it?
Maintenance looks at it. I have not been out there to look at the weeds, no, but we will have maintenance follow up with the landscaping
It's like,
department.
what is going on? Okay?
Ira Bernstein, 467 Holyoke Lane. I have two questions. They're related for the property management dynamic duo. Number one, have they or when will Comcast be finished with their cable installation? And two, 1 month ago, I took a picture of a sinkhole. What is going to be done about the sinkhole that was created?
Okay.
Please, yeah, well, I'll touch base with Comcast tomorrow.
I can't even hear you and I'm
I'll
still.
touch base with Comcast tomorrow. I don't know their completion date. I just got here. But the
I'll
sinkhole,
address the sinkhole.
if you put the work order in a month ago, I can't.
You're talking
Or
about which
If you
address?
put the work order in tomorrow, I guarantee it'll be done within a day or two.
Wait. A work order, there's a sinkhole on a property.
I'm gonna-
Somebody put 2 pieces of plywood on it.
One second,
So you guys know about it.
one second.
Not a sinkhole.
1 second. Let me explain to you. We have 4 large areas that need concrete repairs. So you're talking about the concrete sidewalk repairs, and we are aware that the board has signed with driveway maintenance, and it's 3 weeks out to schedule. And so mid-July, it will be in July, it'll actually get fixed.
Because I did notice that ever since that sinkhole formed, Comcast stopped all their work in that area.
So Comcast is taking on a big project. We don't have a definitive end date. We'll try to work with them to get that, but I do know that they're still going on at least for another month or two. We'll follow up with Comcast tomorrow, and we'll send out a mass notice.
But we don't know yet when the sinkholes will be addressed.
The
We're still in
sinkholes,
contract.
the contract was signed, and it's 3 weeks out, so about mid in July, it'll get fixed.
There's a sinkhole in the back of Plymouth.
Right, we have
It's
four,
been there for 2 months.
we have 4 sinkholes that we're aware of, and that we have a signed proposal with driveway maintenance, and it's going to be fixed by mid in July.
Okay. My name is Krishna Kavan, 811 Salem Lane, Sheldon Court. I have a big problem. June 2nd, I came in about 6 o'clock in the afternoon because sometimes I stay here for many months and then all of a sudden I go out and come back. But so this last month, I've been out, in and out. But that day I came in about in between 6 and 6:30 in the afternoon. Then we driving with my husband, and all of a sudden he said, "Look, those furnitures over there in the garbage." And he said, "They look like ours." So look what happened. We look at our court where we're supposed to be, my table, my chairs, my grill, my umbrella, everything. It was gone. All this stuff were put on the garbage. Everything on the garbage. I came to talk to this person over here, Mr.
Ronaldo Bennett.
From Mr. Ronaldo, 2 weeks ago, and I asked him why and who ordered that. I haven't received any answer yet. Now, I wonder what happened. Is this something new? The new management is gonna just take their stuff without, nobody knows? So would you, any one of you, would you like to get to your house and all of a sudden all your stuff are gone? And you don't know, nobody advised you, nobody sent you a letter saying, supposedly you made a mistake or you are out of the line. Nothing. I know I was on my 10 feet fence over there. Everything was fine. Now everything, I put it back some of the stuff I found, but I lost like 2, 3 chairs. They are not brand new. They're metal chairs. They're rough iron. And the worst was my grill. My grill was kind of almost new. With the gas on, everything was fine except that. So I need an explanation because this is really terrible. Somebody got invade your house. It's horrible. I've been here. So, yes, of course. Of course. And I wondered why this happened. I need an answer. This is really horrible. That's an invasion of the privacy of I can sue everybody over here. I mean, why? Who did this? I wonder. Were you ordered to take my stuff out of my place? And why?
Could I
Explain to me, please.
just on a point of observation, I happened to notice, when you mentioned your address, it rang a bell with me, is that I've seen some complaints in one of the Facebook pages that was and they specifically mentioned 811, and there was a picture. Your stuff is in the backyard, correct?
Right.
A picture of a whole bunch of stuff and complaining about how horrible it was.
It was
Now,
horrible.
I don't know, now, I don't know,
Because
and I'm not gonna make, let me finish, I'm not gonna make assumptions, but
I
but this
understand what you're
but
saying.
it could be that someone
But
took it onto
you
themselves to
think,
do that.
excuse me, sir, Michael, excuse me.
Yeah.
So you think if somebody just make a complaint of your house because according to that person, it doesn't do his standard or her standard? And what about me knowing, or somebody telling me, okay,
not-
we
all
are
I'm saying
gonna
is
take
what I
your
said.
stuff if you don't do this or that? But you cannot go in your house because it's your house, it's your place. You cannot come over here and take stuff away.
Outside is not your house.
He did not do that.
And if a hurricane comes, that.
No one knows.
And that's what I need to know.
Huh?
Maybe someone took it upon themselves.
Michael knows, you know, he's got more bullshit.
And you know,
What, we would never
no.
tell them to
an 82-year-old who's running a walk.
I need to.
I sent you, I can talk to you offline, one-on-one, I sent you an email.
Let's hold it down.
Get it?
Let's keep it down, please, one at a time.
Sorry, thank you.
I sent you an email, and we can talk about it offline. I'm not sure if you didn't get it, but I did send you an email and follow up, and we can talk about it offline.
Okay, but
And-
really, is